Thank you to my colleagues for recording. Please accept the recording if you want to continue joining. Okay. So, let's start. You know a little bit about the Trace Support Program for sure, because you have participated all in the open call for tourism SMEs, for having the possibility to join in the training program and to receiving a grant. So we have selected 100 SMEs that will receive a grant, and more than 100 SMEs have the possibility to participate in the training and to receive support for developing a sustainability program for their SME. I'm a project coordinator of Trace, and I'm proud to introduce all the partners of the Trace project that you probably already know, but I'm happy to introduce all of them. The CNR, National Research Council, is the organization leading the project. Then we have Iniziativa Cube, which is a company, a consulting company, which is dealing with all the activities related to the grant and third-party support, social support. Then we have ISPC Business School in Brussels, in Belgium, which will be your lead for the training program, especially in the first part of the project. So in the next months, Ruba Saleh and Karen will support you and accompany you in a training program that will be explained later in a more detail, supporting your SME to becoming more sustainable, let's say. So we will see then the specific topics that we will address together. Then we have other partners in the 5 European countries that are the Diputación de Teruel, provincial government of Teruel in Spain, the Northeast Romania Development Agency, Romania, of course, Larnaca and Famagusta Development Agency in Cyprus, and APT Basilicata Agency for Territorial Promotion of a Basilicata region in Italy. And we have also other supporting organizations in Italy for the SMEs participating from other regions. The call was open to SMEs in the entire national territory, so probably we have here also SMEs participating from other regions and not necessarily from those regions mentioned here. So we are really proud and happy to have you on board from all the regions in these 5 countries. So we are 7 partners. The project is started formally in January 2023 and will last until June 2025. So we are now in the starting phase, selecting SMEs and assessing the needs of SMEs for their participation in the training. So you all know that the tourism activity and tourism sector in general is a very important opportunity for territories for economic development and growth. But it can be also very impacting. It can be impact a lot on the environment and also on the communities. So you see here some data, simple data about the carbon footprint of the global tourism that have been assessed in the last years. Much of the global carbon footprint comes from travel activity, but also another half comes from different sectors, subsectors related to tourism, so from accommodation to food and beverage to goods production and so on. So there is an urgent need to shift some tourism models and to turn tourism into a value from a value extractive sector into a value regeneration sector. What does it mean? That the tourism activities could become more sustainable, could become more circular, entering into a circular economy process that is able to regenerate environmental resources like water, reduce waste, and use renewable energy. So there will be a lot of activities that SMEs can do and can plan for their organization to enhance the level of sustainability. And this could bring, of course, also an advantage and a benefit for the SME, because we know that also clients, say the tourists, are becoming more and more aware of their environmental impact, and they want more and more a sustainable travel, and they want to find sustainable accommodation, sustainable activities, tourism activities, and also cultural activities in the areas that they visit. We see that platforms such as Booking, TripAdvisor, and others are starting to have a check mark in their search for sustainable locations, sustainable travel. So this means that sustainability, circular economy, and capacity of offering sustainable services will be an added value for tourism SMEs in the next years. It is already in this way, but in the next years, it will be more and more important to align with the sustainability patterns, also in line with the European policies that are strengthening the environmental and social sustainability in all sectors, and especially in the tourism sector. So the objectives of TRACE are related to the enhancement of the skills and capacities of European SMEs. We all know that some actions could be undertaken for tourism SMEs and SMEs in different sectors for becoming more sustainable, but often skills, capacities, and knowledge are lacking. We will see which is your point of view about this during the next month's training. But in general, we have observed that SMEs, and especially the small enterprises, struggle to understand and to identify the most suitable ways to enhance their sustainability levels. So the objectives, specific objectives of TRACE are to, first of all, to enhance the skills and capacities of more than 100 tourism SMEs in Europe to create a network of circular and sustainable tourism and enterprises. Second objective is to enhance also the adoption of sustainability frameworks and tools, for example, eco-labels or different kind of certifications that could help and support enterprises to also become more reliable towards their clients, towards their beneficiaries, let's say, in a way that is also certified. So certifications are quite important for tourists, for clients, because they through the certification they are let's say sure that the company is sustainable, adopting important measures for preserving biodiversity, for example, for preserving natural resources. And since tourists don't want anymore so much to be impactful territories that they visit. This to have a certification is an added value, and it is also seen that there is also willingness to pay for sustainable accommodations and sustainable services and products in the tourism destinations. So the second objective to synthesize is to enhance this adoption of certifications and frameworks and tools for sustainability. Then the third objective is to develop a circularity monitoring framework for tourism SMEs based on KPIs, so based on indicators. And so we will work together also to assess some data coming from your enterprise and to identify the key performance indicators that show your effort and your results in terms of sustainability. Fourth objective is to enhance resilience, awareness, and responsibility of EU tourism SMEs in general. So this is not addressed only to the SMEs participating in this program, but also in general to the tourism sector stakeholders. So we will have a series of meetings, events, B2B events, and that networking events that will give you the possibility to share your experience, to share ideas, to share solutions with other SMEs all over Europe. And finally, another objective is to generate partnerships and agreements for a resilient European circular tourism ecosystem. So this is something that will come, of course, after a series of activities will be realized together, and we hope that you will find also nice opportunities for collaborating within this network of circular and sustainable enterprises in the tourism and culture sector. So let's go to a part that can be very interesting for some of you, that is third-party financing. So the first 100 SMEs selected through the call have the possibility to access the grant for 7,200 euro for performing a series of activities that you see here listed. We will go more in depth into the kind of activities that you can support through the grant. Just an overview on the SME selections. So we had more than 130 applications divided into different countries, and also some applications from other countries not initially included in the program. 100 SMEs were selected for the grant, and other SMEs were invited to participate in the training, as it is an opportunity for understanding a series of processes, methods, and solutions for enhancing the sustainability over time. And we will see, we are now in the process of signing all the documents and so on, so something can be still adjusted, and other SMEs in the reserve list could be still picked to enter also in the grant opportunity. You see the type of activities that have participated. Many of them are accommodation companies, but also related to beverage, restaurants, food and drink, and also other kind of activities such as travel agencies, travel companies, and also cultural activities in some cases. I would like to mention briefly the pre-assessment questionnaire that you find in the email that you have received. I will send the link also again in the chat for those who have not yet answered to the pre-assessment questionnaire. Please do it as soon as possible, because it's important for us to understand your starting level, your starting point. What do you expect from this program, and what are your necessities of in terms of training and knowledge transfer? So, of course, there is a program which is in general established, but like to really focus on your needs and to adapt and adjust the overall program based on what you really need. So, of course, we could have an idea because, yeah, the program is in place. But if you have specific requirements, if you have any specific request or need of knowledge in a certain fields, then it is very important for us to know so that we can adjust the activities and responding to what you really need. So the questionnaire is made in 5 parts. So you can check, now you find the link. The first part is general information about your company. The second part is about the human resources capacity. So which are your human resources? Many of the SMEs participating in the program are also micro and very small SMEs. So it is important also for us to understand your capacity in terms of human resources, time that you can put in the program, and support you in every possible way for achieving the results. So actually, your results is also the results are the results of the project. So it is important for us to support you and to give you all the needed instruments for arriving to the end of the program with something that is relevant for you, that is useful for your company, and that will bring all the entire network into a higher level of attractiveness and sustainability. Part 3 of the questionnaire is focused on innovation and sustainability, so to know your starting point in this sense and your needs. Part 4 is about collaboration and synergies with tourism and territorial stakeholders. We would like to assess your current willingness and capacity to take contact, to collaborate, and to create a network and to work in synergy with other companies in your territory or at European level. And then part 5 is about involvement of your company in the TRACE support program, specifically what you expect. So, of course, this questionnaire is not an evaluation. So we will not give any score about this. It's just for us to understand your needs. So going on the third-party financing for those companies that have already entered in the number of 100 SMEs that will receive the grant. I would like to give some few information that you should already have from the call, of course, but just to remind what you can do with this grant, what you cannot do with this grant, and how the payments will be disbursed to the companies. So let's start with what SMEs can do with the grant of 7,200 euro. You can pay the certifications. Okay, so if you want to access, and we hope that you will access any kind of certification for sustainability, for green tourism, for circular economy, this has a cost, and this program is specifically made also for supporting SMEs in accessing those costs. So you can pay the certification cost, but also you can pay the consultancy and external support. So if you already know companies or experts that will support you, you can already take contact and identify external support if needed. If you want to know from us, from the project, a suggestion regarding which consultants or which experts, sustainability experts, can support you, a part of the project partners, okay? then you can contact us and we can identify with you and with the project partners the right support for you. And also this grant can be used, of course, for participating into project events. So we are going to organize a series of project meetings, networking events, and B2B events, as already said. And you can use this grant to participate, and we completely support the participation of SMEs in the events in person, because you know, because you're in the entrepreneurial sector, let's say, that networking and cooperating and meeting other colleagues, other entrepreneurs that are on the same path, on the same journey like you, is very, very important, and will also bring probably to new collaborations and to new networks of cooperation. So we will invite you warmly to participate into these events. What you cannot do this grant is to buy equipment, is to invest in technologies or any kind of hard stuff, something that you need to buy for the company. We will work together to arrive to a sustainability plan for the company, so that you have also, let's say, an investment plan for the sustainability actions within the organization of the company, but the grant cannot be used for buying stuff, okay? But this is our intention also to provide you some information on additional support, additional funding, financing opportunities that can be useful for the SMEs to then implement the sustainability plan. And it is also important to agree in advance a little bit the expenses that you want to do, so that we do a plan together and we agree on all the expenses, so that at the end you will not have any problem in receiving the reimbursement. Okay, so it will be important to have this plan of how you want to spend the grant, and then we agreed on this, and you can spend the money. Just a few information about the payment timeline. Within March 2024, it is foreseen the prepayment on receipt of inception report. That is actually, in other words, the plan of expenses. Okay, for those who have accessed the grant, you do a plan of how you want to spend more or less the 7,000 euro, then which is the inception report, and also this will be included with the results of the first part of the training program. So we will approve it and disburse the 40% of this amount as a prepayment. Then the other expenses will be done during the project, and at the end of the project, so around May 2025, we will assess all the receipt and invoices of the expenses occurred, and will provide the final payment, the other 60%. What can I say more? Probably I can ask my colleague Aliona Lupo from Iniziativa Cube company to add any information about the third-party financing, or if you want to communicate anything to the SMEs in this phase. I don't know.
Antonia, good morning to all. So I think that you explained rather well the rules. Probably there will be questions at the end, and we are here to respond, of course. And for any issues, as you already, let's say, understood, it is possible to write to the email support at iniziativa.cc, and we will respond for any doubts in relation to the preparation of the inception report and the documentation. We are trying to keep all this as simple as possible in order not to have a lot of administrative burden for you. Of course, there are a few rules, let's say, from the European Commission that needed to be respected, but in any case, we will try to make the process as seamless as possible for you. So probably if there are specific questions at the end, we will try to respond. Otherwise, I think it is rather clear the overall process for the payments in relation to the grant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aliona. And Aliona will also be your reference for the entire process of the third-party financing, also with her colleagues at Iniziativa Cube. I would conclude now. Just also ask you to follow the TRACE support program social media. We will provide also through the social media the information about the and reminder, let's say, about the different activities and actions that we do during the next months. So if you use usually LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook, you can join the social media, and I warmly invite you to do it. Also, I answered to a question in the chat. I will send you the slides, yes, of course, to you and also to the other SMEs who have not managed to participate this morning. We will also have a recording, so you can go back to this info session for whatever information you want to better remember. Now, I would give the floor to Ruba Saleh from ISPC Business School. So thank you, Ruba, for joining us today, for giving you information about the training program.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Antonia. Actually, what I would like to suggest, since we have our first training session on Monday, and during the session, I will, of course, present the entire training, capacity building training program. Maybe we can use the last 30 minutes to answer your questions in relation to the entire TRACE project. So in order not to repeat ourselves today and on Monday, maybe it's better to give you the floor just to pose your questions, and we can address them since all consortium partners are present today.
Great, good idea. So, do you have any question? Do you want to write in the chat? Is it everything clear for you? Just give us a sign if you want to put a finger on or or down. Okay, I see some nice people answering. So, yeah, you can also open your microphone and intervene, please.
Okay, so maybe one clarification. You have received 2 surveys to fill in. One is the pre-assessment survey, which Antonia spoke lengthily about, and one is related to the capacity building training, which was sent by my colleague Karen, asking you to inform us about the person appointed or the persons appointed on behalf of your SME to participate in the capacity building training. This is very important because it will enable you to follow the entire capacity building training. You will have access to the training materials, and you will have the opportunity to interact between yourselves and together with us at the Business School of ISPC here in Brussels. So please do complete the 2 surveys which you have received, and we are looking forward to seeing you all on Monday. Just a final reminder, Monday we are starting at 8:30 Central European Time, because we have 2 different time zones. We have people coming also from Cyprus and Romania who are 1 hour ahead. So please make sure that you have the correct time zone.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Ruba, for the clarification. I answered to one question in the chat about the certification schemes. Are they limited to the ones mentioned by the program already, or you can choose other certifications that you feel appropriate? Yes, the answer is yes. You can choose the certification that you deem is appropriate for your type of activity. Of course, we support the idea that we check together, we discuss about this. And in this way, we can also give you the best support to achieve the certification that you want. Okay, so the list is not limited. It is also up to you to identify the things that are useful for your company, and we will provide the best possible support for your needs. Okay, so any other question? Then meanwhile, I show you also in the chat the social media links direct if you want to then follow just now during the meeting. And another question, is there a list of suggested frameworks or consultants? Okay, so during the training program, we will address different frameworks for sustainability. So this will be part of the core training program. And also for the support of consultants or experts, if you don't have for now connection or knowledge, you can contact us, and we will find together some companies or experts that are near to you, possibly, and that are the best possible support in your case. Then let's go on with other question. Can the certification program start immediately parallel to the training, or should we wait until the end of the training activity? Okay, so I think this is also linked to the support of external experts or consultants. We will provide the 40% in advance of the payment, so you can already start dealing with agreements with external consultants that eventually can also support the SME to take part in the training program. So starting from next Monday to the next month, if you want to have an external support participating in the training program to support the SME, that is possible. You let us know because we need to first sign all the agreements, sign the contract, ensure that everything is fine and that you will participate in all the activities. And then we can check together. So our suggestion is to have an agreement with the external consultants that you will pay him one part when you receive the money, and then you will pay another part at the end of the project when you receive another tranche of the payment. But in any case, it is also up to you. So if you want to already advance a small payment to the consultant, to the expert that will support you, this is possible. We just need to agree together and to know about your intention so that we pre-agree on the payments and then you do it. This is my general answer. Then I also asked to my colleagues eventually if you want to add anything about this. So if not, I think this is a general answer. Then we will see case by case, okay? So every single company has a different situation, so we can check one by one also. And I go to another question. What do you think about the chlorophyll certification? So Honestly, I don't know it, so I need to check. So between the many different certification, I don't know this very well. So I can have a check. So thank you for the suggestion. Actually, there is a list of different schemes, frameworks, and certification that are already adopted by tourism SMEs at European level and worldwide. There are also other projects, other researchers that have already worked with many different SMEs for achieving those kind of certifications. So we work on the basis of the work already done in other European initiatives. We can add also this kind of certification or new certification that we don't know. Our suggestion in general is to opt for a European certification, so a higher level certification, which is reliable also for your clients, let's say, because a European certification is well known, is reliable in terms of the controls and the checks that are done by external validated entities. And yeah, it is clear that a well-known certification is also something sure and reliable for the client. But a part of this general suggestion, we can check together a different kind of schemes. Another question, will you provide a template for the inception report? Yes, we will provide a template for this, and you will be able to fill in and to ask any question about this. Then another question still, if I remember correctly, you already sent the EU survey questionnaire by email. Yes, all the questionnaires have been already sent by email. You have received different emails in this starting phase, okay? So this is also a point to clarify. From the support Iniziativa email, you have received everything related to the entering formally into the TRACE program and the request of all the documentation that we need to confirm your participation. So, and also you have received the link for the self-assessment questionnaire. So from this email, from Iniziativa, you have received all this information. Then you have received also from ISHEC, Business School, another email focusing on the training program in these first months, so starting next Monday, as said. And you have received another small questionnaire just to know the name of the people participating, okay? So one or two names of people participating. And if you want to have more people from your company participating in the training, this is possible and it is advisable. Okay, so we welcome a higher number of people from each company to participate in the training. So you can just send us an email to say, okay, I want 3, 4, 5 people participating, and you send the name, okay, of the people, so that we have a list of people and we can also monitor the participation, because another requirement for the grant and for entering in the program is your commitment. Okay, so since you're here, we know that you're committed and we know that you're interested in the program. And again, congratulations and thank you for joining. So for us, it is very important that the SMEs have the tools, the capacity, and all the support needed to go on in this journey and to continue and do all the different activities foreseen in the program. Okay, then I go on. So this was to clarify the different emails that you have received, okay? If there is any doubt or any confusion still about the emails received, just let us know. You have also received an email from me for invitation in this info session, but in the second moment we will have less emails to be sent in the next month. Is the calendar of events yet defined? You mean probably the in-person events? Not yet. There is the dates are not yet fixed, so there is a general program. The first meeting will be in Romania, but the dates are still not fixed, but we will let you know as soon as possible, okay? And in due time, so that you can make plans and arrangements for the travel if you want to participate. Of course, when we do the event in the country, I mean in Romania, in Cyprus, in Spain, and so on, it is very welcome the participation of the company in this country for many reasons. First of all, because it is easier for you to reach the meeting in your country. And also because in general, the participation in the same country would allow networking, cooperation, setting agreements between the companies. However, this is not the only level of cooperation, because of course you can establish cooperation between different companies in other countries. So we also welcome, of course, the participation in other meetings that will be organized in a country that is not your country.
Antonia, may I just rebound on what you're saying and clarify that in terms of capacity building training activities, you have received a clear list of activities in terms of training, webinars, design sprints, and mentoring sessions. So you have dates, you have time slots, which we will agree on together during Monday. The first time slot is set, so we meet on Monday at 8:30 Central European Time. The rest of the time slots, we will try to find the most appropriate solution for all participating SMEs. So please check again your emails and verify that you have received the entire program of capacity building activities.
Great, thank you, Ruba. So I think that you have also answered to the last questions in the chat. And yes, we will remind the filling in the survey to those who have not yet submitted their answer. This is today a general reminder for all. Probably most of you have already answered to the pre-assessment questionnaire and also to the request of ISHEC to know the names of the people participating. But if you have not yet done it, you can use the links that we have put in the chat or recall the email you have received, and from them you can access the two surveys. Okay, so for the moment, I don't see new questions. Of course, if you have any, just continue writing in the chat, then we will answer. And I don't know, probably Ruba, if you want to go more in depth into the training program, just to provide some information, or we can just postpone to a Monday session for that. It's up to you how you want to continue.
Yeah, I'm fine. I can also provide information. Maybe if everyone is fine with receiving the same information today and on Monday, I was just looking for the file with all the, maybe you can all see. You should have received this file where you should have received two files actually. One is the full timeline with all the training sessions, the webinars, the design sprints, and the mentoring sessions. So please recheck your emails, make sure that this is saved in your personal calendars. You should have also received a more detailed file where you can learn more about each part of these models. So what are we going to do in the training, in the 4 training models? What are we going to do in the 2-day design sprints workshop? What the webinars will be speaking about? When the mentoring program is taking place, and what are the study visits and local matchmaking events. So please do recheck your emails. If you haven't received the email from Karen, my colleague Karen from ISHEC, which I shared her email in the chat, please let us know, because we need to have a viable email on which we can keep communicating with you. So maybe I can also share these 2 documents here in the chat for those of you who haven't.
All the documents and the slides of today will be also sent to all as a reminder. Okay, so if some of you want to intervene or to give a comment, that's free, okay? So we are here to discuss together and to support each other also, so that our enthusiasm will be kept until the result. So we are very, very keen to support you to achieve great results in this program and to really access a higher level of attractiveness and sustainability and have good results in your business in the next months.
Okay, maybe I can answer the last 2 questions. So one is asking whether there will be reports of the events. All training activities will be recorded. So you will have access to the recordings, you will have access to the presentations and whatever tools we will be using. Also because after each training session, you will have a monthly assignment to complete, of course, if you are interested in following up in developing these concepts for your SME. So yes, you will have access to all the materials, and the email to check, I will recopy it again here. So
also copying, yes.
So the email to check is this one. You should have received an email. It looks like a newsletter because it was sent by MailChimp, but it was sent by Karen from ISHEC.
Yes, Ruba, I also write in the chat the 3 emails that you have received, okay? From Karen Haddad of ISHEC, then support at Iniziativa, and also from me you have received, but you know because you're here.
Okay, another question which I can answer to, the model submissions listed in the timeline are strict, like an online test, for example, or we have to submit something by the end of the time for the submission. So this is to clarify that whatever assignment we're giving you, it's not a punishment, it's for your own benefit. So if you are happy to complete the assignment and to develop the concept for your own SME, it would be great. We will give you an assignment to complete. It's not binding, so it's up to you to decide whether it's beneficial or not for your SME. And every time at the next session, we will have a small quiz. We're not taking notes. There will be no marks. No one is winning anything. So you are the beneficiaries and you decide how to proceed with your learning journey.
Great. And of course, we also want to have fun together. So it will not be all heavy and serious. So we are here to learn together and to learn in a simple and fun way also. So don't worry about the assignment, about the training, the things to learn and so on. It will be a journey in which we support each other, and you have other 99 or more SMEs doing the same work as you. So this will not scare anyone, but really, and we hope that you will enjoy this journey together. I see another question. So it's good that all things are said today, also because we are recording, and eventually this can be useful also for the other people. Is there a limit on the budget to assign to the meetings and travels? Regarding the travels, the sooner we know, of course, the easier will be to get the plane tickets. Is there a limit on the budget to assign to the meetings and travels? I asked to Aliona about this. I don't think there is really a limit, but you know better than me, actually.
Yes, we fixed a limit at 20%. So you maximum can spend 20% for travels, etc., and the rest of the budget shall be spent on the activities in relation to certification and other eligible activities.
Okay.
This is also evidence in the service agreement.
Great, thank you very much. I didn't remember well this point. So 20%.
Yeah, for travels and accommodation. Okay.
Great. Okay, good. So you can start doing your internal plan, let's say, of more or less you can use the grant. Then another question, the person to define, to agree the inception report will be not me necessarily, it will be the project, let's say, but specifically you will send the inception report to Iniziativa, so to this email support@Iniziativa, and the colleagues Aliona Lupo and Genia Dubrivna are here today, will deal with the inception report, but all the partners will be engaged in this process. So we will agree all together and just give you a green light to go on for the different expenses. Okay. So we're slowly coming to the end of the meeting. If you have any burning question yet, just continue writing in the chat. I see some of our partners, Laura from Teruel, Pauline from Cyprus, and I see also Alexandra, I think, from Romania. Hello, Alexandra. So since we are going to the end of the meeting, perhaps you want also to introduce yourself, if you want, so that we are all together here. Just to say hello to all. And
hello.
I see you. Hello. Pauline, are you there?
Hello to everybody. I'm from Cyprus.
Hello, Roxana. Oh, Roxana, Alexandra, I see you. I don't know if Roxana is there.
It's actually me today.
Yes.
In Roxana's place. And
I see another person, but it's not Roxana. Okay, good. And then for the Basilicata region, I have seen Amodio. I don't know if you're still there.
Yes. Good morning from Basilicata, from Potenza.
Hello, nice to see you all. Okay, so I don't see other questions for the moment. Of course, we're here to answer in the next days and months. Whatever need or question you have, you can address to us. And again, thank you very much for joining this morning, for sharing your thoughts, and congratulations for this start of a very intense and very fruitful journey that will be together. Thanks a lot, and for now, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.